Hello, my name is Larry Johnson. I'm the founder of the Reclaim America organization, and I welcome you to the second video in a series that we have put together to summarize the Reclaim America program and help voters understand what it is we're trying to do, what it is that we're trying to accomplish. The first video that we did gave you an overall view, an overview, a summary of the entire project and the parts that go to it. In other words, the steps that go to it, what makes up the Reclaim America project, and we also told you a bit about the background, how it came into being. Today, we're talking about the first step. We call that phase one. And phase one involves organization, organizing. As we told you last time in the first video, organizing, getting rid of the politicians, rewriting all the rules and regulations and getting rid of the bureaucracies that are out there, and setting up a citizen monitoring system so we can stay on top of these people and help keep them insulated from the big money and the special interests and the crooks, if you will. So when I say organize, what am I talking about? Well, our objective with the Reclaim America project is to do exactly for our people, for our voters, exactly what every other political entity in the United States has already done. What have they done? They are organized. Governors, for example, have a national governors association. Why is that important? Well, the most recent example I can give you is Common Core. The feds were able to call all governors back to Washington, D.C., and tell them, we want to implement this brand new education program. Well, as you probably know, the feds cannot impose law on the states. But if the states agree to do something voluntarily, then the feds can go ahead and step in and control it, if you will. So they said, go back to your state, implement Common Core, and if you do, we'll give you millions and millions of dollars and waive the No Child Left Behind or whatever the bribe was that got them to do it. Do you know every governor, except for I think 4 governors in 4 states, didn't know what the program was going to be, had no idea what it was about, but because they were organized and unified, they were able to move all across the country. So you have Governors Association, Mayors Association, Police Chief Associations. You have Dentists Association, the Plaintiffs Bar. You have teachers unions. You have college professor associations and organizations. You have firemen. You have the homosexuals have their organizations. The abortion activists have their organizations. The feminists have their organization. Any entity worth its salt that has any kind of national interest is organized. Why is it that the largest organization in the United States, the largest group in the United States, that's non-liberals, non-progressives, non-leftists, and non-rhinos, we are the biggest group in the United States. We spend all of our time arguing and fighting and being divided. That's why we're disenfranchised. That has to stop. And that's why we're trying now to organize us, create the association, if you will, of the United Voters of America. Call it whatever you want to call it. That's the intent. All we're asking is, if you agree with the goals and objectives, first of all, if you agree that you are not happy with the status quo. You don't like what's going on in politics. You don't like politicians running our lives and bureaucrats running our lives and the way this country is going, the direction it's going. You're unhappy with it. That's number one. Secondly, if you agree with the solution we are offering, get rid of the politicians, organize ourselves, get rid of the politicians, get rid of all the rules and regulations and bureaucracies, and set up a citizen monitoring system. If you agree with those 2 points, if you feel the way we do and agree with that goal and objective, you're one of us. All we ask is that if you do, in order to make this happen, if you do agree with us and you do feel the way we do, join us. Become part of this movement. Become part of this union. Become part of this association. Become part of this coalition, our own coalition, so we can stand up and speak up for ourselves. We can have a voice like everyone else. Join us. You join us by telling us who you are, telling us how we can get in touch with you, and telling us what state you're in. And then you work with other people in your state who have identified themselves as being like-minded, being thinking the same way we do, agreeing with the same objectives, goals and objectives, and wanting to do something about it. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. That's the first step. After we do that, we will move to, and we have the network in place. As I said, once it's up and running, it automatically, if you have all of the subgroups, in other words, city, state, county, organized, you automatically have a national network. Then we can kick some butt. We can make some noise. So if you're with me, check out the next video, which tells you how we plan to attack and get rid of the problem, the politicians and the bureaucrats, once we're organized.